Author Chuck Wisner is a coach and a teacher in organizational strategy, human dynamics, and leadership excellence. Today, he joins us with a little bit more on creating better conversations in the home and workplace. Chuck, this is such an important topic because I don't think people know how to communicate anymore. We're on our phones, right?
Yeah.
So, why is it important to have a conscious conversation both at home and at work?
Okay. So we grow up learning how to communicate, how to talk, how to listen or not, um, and we develop a lot of patterns from our culture and our social world and our families, and so those patterns are good. They have us surviving the world, but many of those patterns never really taught us how conversations work, and why they often don't work. And so, being more conscious of them in my book, I tried to lay out sort of the DNA of conversations. There's four different types. And if we pay attention to them and we have some new ways of thinking about them, then we can change old patterns that aren't serving us well.
And so, what are the common elements of communication that creates all the miscommunication and the
Mm.
dysfunction, right? Like,
Yeah,
how can we pick those out and then avoid them?
right. So there's four types of conversations in the book: storytelling. And storytelling is when we're at a cocktail party, we're telling stories. When we go to meetings, we go tell stories. And stories are about opinions and facts and feelings and emotions. So that conversation, learning about that, is learning about the stories we have, how we tell them, if they serve us, if they don't. So that's a big self investigation about, okay, what can I learn about how I tell stories and what my opinions say about me? The second is collaboration, and that's the art of listening and dialoguing and absorbing other people's perspectives and trying to not only tell our story and have our opinion win, but to really investigate and learn from and ask questions of other people so we can collaborate and find compromise and find good solutions. The creative conversation is about trusting our intuition, trusting our creativity, allowing us to ideas to come before our judgmental mind shuts them down. And then the last conversation is commitment conversations. And that's how we make decisions. We take action. You and I agreed to have this conversation on TV. So we made a commitment, and I show up and you show up. That's how life works. That's how business works. We happen to do that conversation in a very sloppy way.
So, how can having better conversations help develop better leaders or even a better workplace culture?
Yeah. So leaders are examples. Leaders set examples. When they open their mouth and they're speaking, if they are arrogant or they think they have to have all the answers, or they don't invite other voices into the room, that they're setting an example and creating a culture of, I'd say it's not psychologically safe. Um, and there's a huge spectrum. There's leaders that are totally arrogant, and then there's leaders that are really brilliant, but they're also humble and they know they can't have all the answers. So leaders have a responsibility to say, I can't have all the answers, and I will need to learn from the people I have around me, and I'm surrounded with great people. So let me listen to them. So their words and the attitude they bring to their conversations has a lot to do with how culture gets created.
Well, you mentioned your book. How can we get your book? How can our viewers get a hold of your book and learn more about you and how to begin better conversations and get on a more positive path?
Yeah, yeah, and the book is the Art of Conscious Conversations. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, or your favorite bookstore. And my LinkedIn is Chuck Wisner. I'm on Instagram, Chuck_Wisner. So I post there sort of daily tips and things like that. So it's out there. Go grab a copy, and then we all have habits, and we can change them, and we can just practice new ways to have better conversations and be better human beings.
Absolutely. Chuck, thank you so much.
Thank you.